Now
Apple juice still.
it look like NSC mixed with apple juice.
Yeah. No man, natural fruit.
Root juice, root juice. Okay. Anyway, thanks for joining the show. I'm your host, Kel. I'm talking to Advance. If I'm not mistaken, you're affiliated with Alliance or you're part of their that's your group that you work with.
Yeah man, definitely. I'm the nephew of Bounty Killer, so the whole alliance camp. That's where I stand from.
Okay, so that's your crew, I take it, right? You're part of ANG, right? Or
Yeah man,
no?
the whole works, man. We're like next to the CEO. You get me? Because I do the recruitment of the artists as well. You get me?
Okay, so who does Alliance Group consist of?
Well, it's a large family still in a thing. It's more of a family branch thing because
Uh-huh.
there's so many members. Remember that Vibes Cartel himself was a part of the alliance. Understand?
Right, but there's also a few members that left. If I'm not mistaken, Ira recently parted, right?
Yes, Ira has branched off on his own, doing own way right now, which is his own label. So you don't know. We all have to grow sometimes. So I mean, branching
Okay,
off doesn't mean that they're no longer affiliated. No, we're still like, family is family, blood is blood. You know what I mean?
okay. I'm glad that didn't get like ugly or anything of the sort. Like where, normally when people leave the group, them say, "Yo, fuck Bounty Killer," and blah 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 blah. This is that and the third. It was just like I guess you guys parted amicably, right? Like you guys just say, all right, now work. I gotta do my own way, right?
I mean, most definitely, because as I said, a mutual respect is there because, they're family, and they have a history. So I know that there are many, many, many. Of course, you're gonna have ungrateful people who throw stones behind them, which it's a part of life. It's human nature. We can't really tell or decide for others and tell them what to do or how they should act. But I think the public is there to see and make their own assessments for themselves.
Very well. So tell us about why advance? Because normally whenever artists choose near them choose like a more like them choose them gunman name and them thing yeah,
That's
like
true, man. Coming from a
you have
culture.
every artist when them then give themselves name then give something like a name that of a shatter or something like so. Why advance?
Well, I mean, personally for me, advance is everything. Advance is life within itself. Advance is evolution. Advance is growth. Advance for me is definitely like an addition, bringing something to the table that has never been done. So I always tell myself that if I'm going to enter this arena, I want to make a difference. You know what I mean? I want to actually leave a legacy behind where other youths can just take even a page. They don't have to take the whole book, but even a page, for example, from my blowing up or getting on the scene or getting out there, and they can use me as a role model to say, well, if Advance came from the same street corner, Seaview Garden, humbly backgrounds, he could also pick up gun. But he chose music and he made it. So I just want to show the youths that there's other ways and means out there that you can use your talent and your skill to become successful. So that's why I choose Advance for me personally, you know what I mean? And my friends them always tell me that my lyrics them were very advanced, you know what I mean? So,
got
yeah,
you, got you. So
definitely.
how did the yo me not tell a lie no. Me, you want read a personal say this a long time ago, and me actually see where I must say that Bounty Killer actually is like pretty much dancehall because when you look on Bounty Killer, you can say Bounty Killer touch like no homo. Him touch him have a great arsenal of people when basically let go in that world as him offspring or so. How did you meet Killer?
Facts. As I say now, blood related nephew. So I grew up in the house, you know what I mean, as a little boy, humble little boy. And I can remember like back in the 90s, it was very epic, for dancehall, with the likes of Shabba Ranks and my uncle Bounty Killer being like the most popular stars, aiming from out of Seaview Gardens, but also entire Jamaica. And, being within that home, getting to see the likes of even other entertainers, Beanie Man, a lot of other entertainers, the Vibes Cartel, all these entertainers, Ninja Man, Elephant Man, all these entertainers. It's very overwhelming to grow within that environment. You know what I mean? Because, for example, I can tell you, take it back to like Ting-a-ling-a-ling days.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the Benz and the Beamer days with Bounty Killer. You know what I mean? And it was very epic in the country that time. You don't know, you have the Dave Kelly them time there too. Baby Sham, Buju Banton, Caesar Kalanchi, Capleton, the Fireman. So, I just fell in love with this genre naturally. You know what I mean? When being grown up with the surroundings and things. So it was a natural thing for me to be a part of it.
Got you. I need you to do me one favor. Turn that TV down in the back of the ground because I could hear it.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. So during the 90s or so, you basically was just in the you was basically in the background, like watching everything as it goes, and I guess you were thinking like, how could you make an impact on music or so? I take it, right?
Most definitely, man. Straight up, straight up.
Got you.
I mean, I was even on set of the Ting-a-ling-a-ling music video, and I can remember like yesterday when I saw like Shabba Ranks, he burst from this lane with like a bag of people and the camera and the excitement. And I think Anthony Miller was also there on the scene, capturing every moment. And it was such a big excitement, and everybody in the whole community came out to see what's going on. And I'm like, yo, what is this? As a little toddler, I'm like, yo, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Got
So
you, got you.
that definitely pulled me in. I'm like, I have to be a part of this music, and I grew up, as I said, in the home, in that environment where there's constantly music environment. So I just grew naturally to fall in love with this genre, especially like hardcore dancehall reggae music.
Got you. So um you have a Vivo page? Because I was looking up a couple of songs for you. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know how I know about you? I know about you whenever the Gully and the Gaza beef is
Yeah.
happening. That's how I know about Advance. That's
Okay.
when me really start listening to Advance. But me not think say I don't think you guys got your proper accolades, and I don't think you guys people was giving you guys like the proper recognition that you guys have, because the Gaza thing, them kind of flood the music with their music, and they make it the battle more one sided. So they never. I mean, I listen to both sides, because when it comes towards music, I listen to everybody. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if they're popping or they're not popping, or so I listen to everybody, even if they have one view of. I still listen to them, because I believe every man should have opportunity to show their talent before you say, oh, I don't like this person or something like that or whatever. But I think every artist should have an opportunity to display their talent before you go and say, all right, you know what I'm saying? Or even if them whack or whatever, they still should showcase their talent. But I was the one song that remember from like a while back from you, that resonate with me till this day, is you have this song with Busy Signal called "We No Left It When We Travel." How did that song came about? And I'm pretty sure nobody at all probably can't even tell me, but me not even know if you remember that. Me look for that song there. Me know say me have a record up on one CD in
Yeah.
a car somewhere, but me know say me not see that song up on YouTube again. They must take it down. What's up with that?
All right. I mean, back then I was mainly like because I started off like a songwriter, you know.
Right.
So I entered this genre of music because my potence was with the pen, very witty with the pen, and I get good recommendations by Vibes Cartel, for example, and even a Movado and my fellow workmate Busy Signal as well. That my penmanship is very good. So I used to actually write songs for most of the artists back in the days, just to get recognition, just to be seen, just to get my talent to be shown. So me and Busy, we were very like close back in the days, going to like studios to studios, sitting down, writing songs together, working hard and material, and even Movado the same way. So most of those songs, that's how those songs came about. We were just jamming it in the studios, being on the grind, writing songs, creating songs, and pushing each other's career in the ways that we can. So that's how those music came about.
I'm gonna give you a word of advice. Two things. You have a Vivo page.
Actually, I'm working on one right now as you speak.
Yeah, you need one, and we need all of those songs that you have from then till now.
Yeah,
We're gonna need that. And I think you and Busy gel pretty good when it comes towards artistry. I think you guys, I think you'll probably be like an offspring of like Busy, because when we listen to you, it's like remnants of him. You guys make you guys gel pretty good. Like, if how much songs you guys have together?
I mean, we haven't actually like we be jamming in the studio, but we actually haven't sit down and made a record together. It's like mainly mixtape type of vibes we've been doing, to be honest. So
Right,
that's
but how many songs? How many
why,
songs have you recorded
wow.
with
That's,
them? With them?
no, we haven't made a record as yet. We just did like like mixtape type things. We haven't made a record together.
Oh, so how did the song "All We Travel" come out?
As I said, it's just studio jammings, We're just in the studio
And you
vibes. So,
just come up with something, right?
yeah,
Unexpected.
yeah, man. Just say, yo, put a verse on this, or jump on this, or you know what I mean.
Right. And that's what may I say, you guys gel. Like, if you listen to like if you listen to the songs them that you guys did, I think if I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm gonna say maybe you guys did a like two or three or so, right? If if
I
if
mean,
anything.
just freestyle, not a real record, though. Not
Right, right. Because whenever you make an album, is this right? The
yeah.
Most of Tupac greatest work came out like whenever he was just like put this out, put this out. He was like working in three different studios, and he was jumping from there. He's like, yo, your verse is ready. Okay, let's do it. If you notice, all the music, the unexpected music, most of the time,
Mhm.
it's sometimes it's less pressure, it's less stress, and a lot of time it comes out pretty much better than like when you're like under the gun trying to get something
True.
done.
That's true. That's true. That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? That's what I see with music. I mean, I talk to Junior X also, like whenever you're in a different state of mind,
Yeah.
like whenever you feel like your back is against the wall and your best work comes out from being like pressured, like not pressured like where you feel like you got to put out an album, but like out of desperation, like you go deep within your soul and you take out the best of your work. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If you notice, most of the time people make music and then just make a freestyle or something like so. It actually sounds better than the actual work where them actually put all of this effort, engineering,
Yeah.
producing,
Yeah. Yeah.
mixing down. It comes out actually better. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
That's the
saying?
beautiful thing
And
about music. We never know which song is gonna have that impact on the audience. So it's always good to stay creative.
right, Monsieur have a song out called Beat Right. I mean, like, I don't know if you could put it out like that. You should put treat her right, because you don't want to cause no
Well,
domestic
actually,
violence thing.
that's the whole plan behind that song because it's two versions. So you have Beat Her Right and you have Treat Her Right. But most
Oh,
people are listening to only Beat Her Right because that one gets the attention. You see?
yeah, the negative one.
Yeah, and the two versions out the same time, but nobody
Right, right.
other version, man.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If when you put beta right and you put theta right, people be like, yo, no, I hear the theta right. Let me hear the beta right. Yeah, no, go on, hear that.
I swear.
So, what are these new singles that you're working on? Because every time me try scour the area, I try to look for music for advance. And one more thing too, I went on your blog, and like when I was going through your bio,
Mm,
it's not readable because maybe because of the background that you have,
mm.
you have it put on. I think you guys should change that so it's like more like so I could you could actually see it, because when me see it, me have to try squint me eye, me I say me have
Blog
to
is
copy
old.
off everything and
Yeah,
paste it somewhere and try read it.
yeah, that blog is old, man. But I mean, the songs that I'm actually pushing right now. One of them you mentioned it just now. Beat Her Right slash Treat Her Right, and
Right.
we have I music video that just got released yesterday. Just came out. And the third song would be My Girl, Advance My Girl. So those are the three singles that I'm pushing right now.
Right. You work with producer Payday.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine, but we haven't worked together. You know, we're supposed to. I mean, he contacted me, wanted us to do an album recently, so I'm waiting for him to get back to me on that.
Right. I think Payday is shout outs to him. I did an interview with him also. I think Payday is a definitely an underrated producer. He also have a Grammy too.
Yeah,
He's a good producer. Like he has I just want to tell everybody about his rhythm also. He didn't tell me to say it. I'm just gonna say it. He has this rhythm out called, you should voice on this too. What is it called? Hard Again.
yeah,
Yeah, that rhythm
definitely.
is fire.
Just have to send it to me, definitely.
Yeah.
He's from the foundation, so he's definitely one of the greats. Trust me, he's from the old school to the new school type of thing. You know what I mean? He got his education from like the same Bobby Digital, King Jammins, you know, Stevie, Clevie, come right up. You know, so he's a very all-rounded producer. So he's a very good producer.
Yeah, he looked like he takes time out to perfect his craft before he distributes his stuff. He doesn't do it like, like when you go to Chinese store, you go in there, you get this stuff mixed up and then it's ready. Him do it like a real Jamaican food. 45 minutes for the chicken, half an hour for the rice, and
Yeah,
2 hours with the oxtail and 2 hours with the cold food if you try pressure it and things like that. That's how free music come out. Good input, perfection in it. So shout outs to Payday, Alazid, Junior X, and um Advance if you join in the show. So where you currently located? And I take it you're in Jamaica now, right?
no, actually, I'm all the way in Sweden, bro. I'm in
Oh,
Europe.
Sweden. How's it over there?
Well, I mean, it's good. It's good. Can't complain. Getting a bit cold, but it's good. You know, can't complain.
Got you. So when you're planning on coming back to Jamaica, whenever this thing pass, I take it.
Yeah, it's this COVID thing, but I was there like last year November, and I'm looking forward to go there soon because even me and Ira, as we speak, we're doing a collaboration right now.
Tell him I'm trying to get an interview when you see him. Tell
Yeah,
him.
sure,
Te-
sure, sure,
Tell him I'm trying to get an interview. I'm trying to
sure.
chop it up with him.
sure.
So from my knowledge, um, this is who me know in our alliance. Me know Nimran, me know Marlon Bims. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen he post anything. I haven't heard from him in a while. Me know IRO was in it, but he left. So it's Nimran. I'll take it. You, K Queens, and am I Marlon Bims? Am I forgetting anybody else?
Yo, that list is gonna be long, but I will tell you like this, yeah. Alliance was co-founded and founded and created on Norbrook Mountain by Bounty Killers House in 2001. And in that meeting,
Mm-hmm.
it was Bounty, of course, myself, Nimran, Kibaki, Jaguar, Predator, and David Brooks. Singing blacks at the time.
Right. Me know Jaguar left. Me know Jaguar left. And me know Predator left. Awesome. Let me tell you something. It's when everybody that say Gaza, 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 Gaza. Me
Yeah.
stand up with killer same way. But so we I said though.
No, I
Me I
general
show me I
dancehall.
show you how far me I come from.
State, man, I general for dancehall, man, because they state earlier, you know. I mean, Bounty Killer is one of the most influential artists that came out of Jamaica ever. You know what I mean? And even currently today, if they say Vibes Cartel is that man, Vibes Cartel still calls Bounty Daddy. So
Right.
you have to look into the music business deep to know that. Watch this. Almost every entertainer, even singers, when performing, have a dark glass on their face. Who
Yeah.
they
I'm
get
glad you
that?
highlight that.
They get that from, you know what I mean? So we all, even myself speaking, we all like look up to the icons and we were all inspired by them. So we have to give credit and respect where it's due, you know what I mean? So long live the legend Bounty Killer, because without they paving the way, we wouldn't be where we are today doing
Yeah,
this.
you have to give Killer him his proper recognition. I mean, if you do an interview with him too, because Killer I'm idol, you know.
Yeah,
Remember when we go check out Killer when him did bring Predator Jiggy Friday. And that's when um Squeeze used to Squeeze used to have this thing in a New York called Jiggy Friday. And me see Bogle that week there. Like me see him that week there, and then like 3 days later him pass. I remember when Bounty Killer bring out Jaguar, he bring out I do know that time when nobody no recognize them man yet. But them time I think he never did him and Vice Cartel never did that on good term. But me go check out Killer a Jiggy Friday when he mash up the place. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very big fan of Bounty Killer. Like me know like my favorite Bounty Killer, to be honest with you, is when you say gonna stick any sticker shot a stick in a boy, me no box and kick a shot a kick in a boy. Real McCoy, Papa Five speak in a boy, make doctor
yeah.
have to put drip in a boy, them just attack ya, man have not attack ya. Don't them in the day, me have to wait till the dark ya.
That
Yeah,
means that means then you see you're literally singing lyrics of mine. You understand? Because that song was written and presented to Bounty Killer by Movado
right,
under that sacred rhythm. But a lot of people didn't know that it's me Movado came to help him to write out that song. So you see, you're enjoying lyrics, you understand, of minds. And that's the beautiful thing about music, you know what I mean? Just like, I mean, one of Movado's biggest song in Africa today, man, it's
mm-hmm.
Money Don't Change We. Money
Yeah.
Don't Change
Hear
We.
me?
And
Me
that
a money changer, but if it this me a danger.
lyrics that I wrote that came from me as well. So it's an overwhelming feeling to see that, work that you have done, it's loved by millions across the world. You know what I mean? So it's a testimony to prove that there is a space for me in dancehall. So I'm
Right,
grateful for these opportunities because I see people rocking to my songs and lyrics and everything that I've written, even through Busy Signal. And I'm like, yeah, okay, then it's only a matter of time for me to put the face to this person. Yeah, the mind
right.
music, you know what I mean? So we're working on that currently right now. You don't know, we're just put in the works right now. And as I said, the latest thing I have blazing the streets right now, fresh music video. It's advanced I. And
Right.
using these signature songs to kind of like establish just who advanced is and my diversity and what I have to bring to the table.
Which one you prefer more? You prefer being a writer or more a dancehall artist?
Well, I mean, I started out as a writer, you know, and it was the push of like persons like Vibes Carter, to be
Right.
honest, and Movado and Busy Signal telling me, like you're good. You're more than just a songwriter. Have you ever think about, being an artist? So for me personally, I mean, I love every aspect of the genre. I love even like production. I just love everything about it. You know what I mean? So for me, I have no problem writing songs for other artists. And overall, I'm my own artist. I enjoy being on stage performing.
Right.
Very
It
important.
Mem- Movada has quite a few artists that has written for him over the years. If looking back,
Yeah, man.
me know the song when name Touch the Road is written by I'm gonna tell you the
Okay.
boy name Shano, right?
Yeah,
But
man.
some artists not like when people say then write them tune.
Yeah,
And remember when them that drug killer and them
mhm.
I say, oh, cartel write your tune them and this is that and the third. And me always I say pussy hole. Some of Michael Jackson biggest sang them and I write them. Some of
Yeah.
Whitney Houston sang them where she sing, I know she write them. But them just remember when them that, but I don't know if you remember that. This is one of the when the guys and the gully thing that go on.
Yeah,
But
I'm around. I'm around. I'm around.
but
I mean, let
but
me stick up in. Let me tell you what. You just stated. You said even Vibes Cartel. They used to say Vibes Cartel write songs for Bounty because what people fear to understand in those days and those times, we didn't have this internet, we didn't have this social media. You
right,
understand? You really have to go out there. It's like dog eat dog. You have to go out there and try to make something from nothing. Yo,
right,
as a young artist, you literally have to go at the studio and stay at the studio gate, hoping to see a celebrity or a popular artist driving past to fan them down and say, hey, 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 just give me a minute of your time. And when you get that minute, you will sing 10, 15 songs just for that artist to say you're good enough to come in with him in the studio. So it was more of a way of creating our own opportunities. To write for a more established artist would give us recognition. It's like a stamp of approval to say, okay, this young man has something. Let's bring him into the studio, see what he has. You understand? Then by we writing songs for these established artists, we hope in return that we can do like a collaboration to start our own foundation, our own platform in music. So Vibes Cartel had to do that to get his recognition and people to believe in his craft. And most of us, like Shano, Advanced, myself, we all had to start out by proving ourselves with our penmanship. I
right,
don't do most of us.
right. Yeah. Me know I do wanna remember Cartel say killer recruit I do on here, tune lyrics them better than ammonia. But
Yeah,
we not get into that. We not get into that.
yeah.
Me personally, me think say my best era of dancehall is actually not now. I mean, there are great songs that comes out now that's good, but my greatest the what I've witnessed throughout my years looking back was when Bounty Killer and Beanie Man did up on the scene, and
Hmm.
when Movado and Cartel come in. Like
Yeah,
those are like, I mean, everybody have their own era of dancehall, but just for me witness, it's just like you witnessed the first black president, and you're not gonna witness that no time soon again.
yeah.
But you make good music because I've listened to your music and me know say me not talk to no local quabs artists or something like so, but I just don't believe you get your proper etiquette because the stuff them that you put out, the next man might deliver it different and then get recognition. It's just like this, right? I'm gonna give you. I saw a girl post this on Facebook this morning. She said, "Oh, all of them blood class celebrity are thief my shit, and I'm the one that's creating it." And then the artist them take it, put our stuff out there. When they put our stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? Nobody no fault pan her, but if a bigger celebrity wear it, them see it. But when the smaller artists do it, he don't get the proper
Mm,
recognition.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going on here. Like you a great artist, and I'm not saying that just a dick rider or anything of the sort. You're a great artist. You make good shit. You make good music, and and your pen game is crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it's just you're not getting the proper recognition. I don't know if it's a production company that you're with or who's dealing with your business affair, but them not them not push you to get to where you need to get to the
I mean,
proper way. But
very, very good question, and that's a very good topic you raised, and I can use a friend of mine as an example. I can use Shano, for example, in this matter because over the years, it's not as if the industry, because I remember it was probably like the same 2005, yeah, same Mavado Vice Cartel era. I myself was coming out, and Shano had the Jamie the thunder roll and the lightning flash, and he got number one and all these things in the country.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, they still kind of place him on a backbench, if you understand what I'm saying. So
yeah, yeah.
hey,
He went away he went away for a minute. I know Shana when let me tell you, I know Shana. Me know Shana when Shana drop a song say, "Fly the grill now, me want come in, it's me
all
want bunny, if you
right,
have another."
okay.
That's what me know Shana,
everyone,
right?
everyone, everyone in the industry, like myself, because I'm an industry player. When I say industry player, we all greet each other at the same music studios, the same producers. We know everyone because we're out there trying to find it. So what happens is not that they didn't know that this artist is a number one artist because he sing and got number one. You understand?
Right.
But he got overshadowed at a period in his career
Yeah.
because
You know what bring back Shana though, right?
partner John.
No.
You start
See,
seeing that partner John.
I'm gonna tell you what bring back Shana. And this was the birth of this guy. Gully back bring back Shana when they do that freestyle up on YouTube. You remember that?
Yo, you're right.
All right. So
But good,
you see,
good,
I'm not talking out of my ass.
but good. So it's like what happens is that it's not like the industry players didn't know this young man is talented and he's ready for the game and everything. You understand? But what happened is that in this industry, you also have to kind of like it's a bit selfish and unfair in a sense
Yeah.
because what it is when you're on, everybody wants to work with you.
Right.
All the producers calling up your phone because you're like already a runaway train.
Right. The match I catch.
Catch on board the train, just like what Shano did when he came back from New York and he went hard, 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 and come with the partner jaw. With the he drops like a video for a week, you know,
Yeah.
and then he's back on the charts. Everybody's hitting up his phone again. They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So the industry is a bit like that. If you are not the main player at the moment, there's a percentage of the industry that will shun you and act as if like, you're irrelevant, you're not the man at the
Right.
blah 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 blah. But as soon as you find that one song like Gully Bop, you mentioned Gully Bop.
Yeah.
When he found his hit, every producer in Jamaica wanted to record Gully Bop.
And him even do Sting too.
Exactly,
Him even do Sting.
exactly. You think Sting is calling him today? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's hardcore. You know what I mean? It's a little bit cold like that, but I mean, that's why a lot of artists, when they do actually finally break through, you find out that they try to establish their own empires so that they can stick around longer. You understand? They're no longer reliable on like a main producer anymore. You understand?
Right.
They try to build their own camps.
A fact. But you see the camp thing though, it actually cause separation, if you ask me. It sometimes a camp thing can be a double and it can be it could be a W and it could be bad. But from what me say is like sometimes not everybody camp thing work with, to be honest with you. Like it works for some people, but sometimes it don't work. And if when women see with camp is like when a camp have a beef with that camp, that means you can't collab with the artist there. That stops that put a damp on your career. them can you can't vice with a producer. That cause a problem. You know what I'm saying? That camp thing sometimes it just don't sit well. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I get
It
the point. But
it
I think it's also like point well taken. But I think it's also like just a natural thing where it's an individual thing to with the man monarchy. If you understand
yeah,
what I'm saying, because like a camp should be an organization just like a company.
a fact.
And I think, like, for example, just a quick example, I think Unruly Camp is doing very well because Popcorn is putting out new artists, giving them opportunity to have a career.
They have some problems there too, but we're not going to talk about that. They having a little they have a little internal problem. Um, he,
Unruly!
yeah, Unruly is doing good for themselves, but they're having a little problem. I think him and Not Nice is beefing too, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's not about them. We're talking about Advance.
yeah, definitely.
Um, that's something they got to work on. We as black people need to work on better communication, and we need to every artist needs to get them fair share of their work,
I,
and the people them need to we need to stop beef when it comes towards too much animosity, and animosity never brings dollars to your pocket. It just causes conflict and separation. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, yeah, you might not get along with that person, but you know what I'm saying? At least try to make it work. Remember when Busy and what's his name? Busy and Idwan never used to get along. I mean, eventually that blew out of proportion later on,
yeah,
but
yeah,
they
yeah,
were there. But the respect when them the Alpha Bounty Killer, you know what I'm saying? It kept them in line. Like, all right, if him die studio, me no wanted it. I know, look, them that they not camp them on them, they're good. Them big up each other in them interview.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So if me see it like this, if a white man can come up with a plan for devise for separate black people, we should be able to come together to work together and look at the bigger picture. It's not about friendship, it's about the money. That's what we need to look at. Don't look on the like me and I have been a friend. But if we have the same goal of getting the money, me say, yo, advance. Um, why pray? What we are do today? All right, we're gonna do this, that, and the third. Once we have that same goal of money, we
mm,
not have to hang out, we not have to call each other, if talk each other. As long as we have the goal of let's get the money, that's all that matter. But
mm-hmm.
too much ego, too much man make fame get to their head, and it just don't sit well.
I swear, brother.
It just cause too much problem because all you
Just,
know say the producer where you beef with might not have one track where you can go on and probably make your career take off. Oh, me know say sometime when camp have beat, them ear ones rhythm where them would have love for the pan, but
yeah,
them can't vice pan it because your boss have beef with the next camp.
yeah, that's a violation and thing. But
Right. And that
as,
cause disrespect.
as I stated a while ago, I don't think Sean Paul himself, big up Sean Paul too, not here, is it?
Mad.
Don't think Sean Paul himself did know say Buzz Rhythm, a song that him voice probably like 5, 10 years ago, was gonna be the song who's gonna break it for him. You see me? So
Yeah.
as I stating, unity is strength, family. And I think this perspective should be, based on my observation, is to protect what we have. You
Yeah.
know, stop letting like others. I would use the word others. Come rip it off of us and leave us down there fighting same way me want me.
Right.
And people still coming in, dipping in at the pot, take a cup of flour, your cup of yam, and that's
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
we're eating the bigger food.
You guys should. I think I don't think dancehall artists get paid the proper money with them. Let me tell you something. You see, if you sit down with a producer will win a Grammy, you look on like about 300,000, 200,000, $500,000 to get a beat. A producer like Peter will have a Grammy, right? Supposed to get at least 250K for a rhythm because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
that person.
yeah.
You
Me get
understand? When
it.
why is it whenever American artists come a Jamaica forget a rhythm, them celebrating them so cheap.
Yeah.
You understand? And
Mm-hmm.
them a give you pennies, and when they come over here, so them a make millions. So me
Yeah.
think the artists, the producers, them supposed to all what them have and don't sell it short.
True.
You understand? The artists them supposed to get what them want because when you produce, you put your blood, sweat, and tears in your rhythm. You understand? And you know take another something you just boom, you come up. Them rhythms take time, and especially if it's gonna be a hit, you
Mm,
know, say you're supposed to get paid properly for that. But
definitely.
but the artists them need to stop selling self short because we are selling self for ashes and them a make millions.
Yeah.
You understand?
Straight up. You know what I mean? The business
Big
just
man thing.
yeah, the business
Did you see the versus battle?
with Bounty and Beanie. With Bounty and Beanie.
Yeah. You see it?
Yeah, man.
How was it?
Awesome, man. Yo, one of the most entertaining versus battle ever, man. Oh, yeah, say it was fun. It was mad fun, man. No joke, man. I mean, like, it was very entertaining. You get me? I laughed, I enjoyed it. They're having fun. That was a history moment once again
Yeah.
for the culture for dancehall because it revived the whole movement because the whole movement was a bit stagnant, to be honest. You know? And
Yeah,
Bounty,
but dancehall never go nowhere at all. It's just them have gatekeepers and then letting who they want let in. Right now, them let in coffee. Shout outs to her.
yeah, man, big up Coffee, man.
Yeah, yeah. You notice them letting who they want let in.
Yeah, man,
You
definitely.
understand? So yeah, right now coffee time now. I think before that it was Sean Paul and I think it was Spice, but them letting who them feel comfortable with
Mm-hmm.
at
For
the
real,
time.
for real.
But right now, like I said before, coffee I run it right now. And I think there was a time where Chronix had an American buzz
Mm.
where my him that go hard. People, let me tell you something. People listen to dancehall here from what I'm seeing, but a lot of people like more like the 90s dancehall. Them like the Benz and the Bimmer, Girl Them Sugar,
Yeah, man,
them old tune the Murder She Wrote, them song there.
yeah, bit.
People think say like when they make music and them curse a lot in it makes the music good. It actually don't. It actually makes the quality poor because now you have to put censorship on it and all of them stuff there. But people gravitate more to the 90s music more than any kind of music. The 90s music could be playing any kind of party and it can resonate with any kind of people, old, young, new, even the baby in the womb would jump to it. The
Most,
90s dancehall is
uh,
beyond
I
quality.
tell you what, the 90s music, I mean, what's actually missing is the substance, you know. Uh,
Right.
Back in those times, people spend more time on their craft, creating the music, mastering their techniques. Even within the recordings, it was analog. And, even if it went to digital, it wasn't like you had to, like, I'm a little bit from the old school, you get me? Because I learned from my uncle Bounty Killer, and I also tried to learn from how the greats was doing it, because you have to have the roots, you know. And I remember in King Jamin's days, as an artist, you would have to be able to do a thing they call one take.
What's that?
It means when the producer presses the record button,
Oh, one take. It
one
gone.
you have to every note from
Yeah.
the intro to the outro is where you stop.
Right. So you can't screw that up.
Yeah, so back in those days, when you come to the studio, for example, to King Jammins, and you have a song as an artist, and you tell yourself, "Yeah, man, the body ready," he would send you home and say, "Go and practice it for a week."
Yeah, killer that talk about that though.
Yeah,
Killer,
no,
killer that talk about that.
it's a fact.
Use reference about that a couple of times.
It's a one take system. So you have to be able to make this record so good. From it's not like now we have the Pro Tools and everything, all these things we can just like cut and paste and pick up and no. Back in those days, it's one take. Man. Even if you have harmony singers, they're in their room. Everybody has to be in harmony.
Yeah,
One.
ready for go, ready for go.
If we make a mistake, it's from the top again.
Oh God. Everything mash up. Everything mash up.
Yes, so I actually paid attention to that school, that era, because it's a very important tool to have. Because when you have that, you are able to master like perfect pitch. You know where to
Right.
focus, you have vocal control, and then you also have breath control, so you can control your lyrics. You know they're
Right.
flowing all over the place. So I'm happy I studied that era. Because that era make this era more easier for me. It's not so challenging. If you understand what I
Yeah.
mean. Because now,
Gotcha.
it,
Gotcha.
now it's like now it's a little trap fusion thing going on in the dancehall space. You know that. You get me? But
Yeah, I'm meant to elaborate on that. I'm gonna tell you something what I don't like the direction some of the dancehall artists them are go. And I mean to each his own. If you feel like it's making you sell, you make it sell. Sometimes I listen to some music and I just be like, what the fuck is this? Like, look, when you go on Jamaican restaurant, right?
what
And
song
you go for Jamaican food. You want Jamaican food, right? That's how me look on the music.
yeah,
When you're looking for that music, you go at that particular spot.
yeah,
Now, when me see some of my artists, them I go in a hip hop, and it just don't resonate with me well.
mm-hmm.
And sometimes their views don't even go up. Like I saw an artist the other day that I was gonna interview, and I was listening to his music,
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna say nobody name come. I don't want to throw no shade for nobody at all. Yeah, when I listen to his music, and the man make him dancehall music them is great, but him drop two singles and this shit sound like some hip hop shit, and I'm like, WTF is this?
yeah,
And he barely got views on these videos. Like he might have got like 1,000, maybe like 150, and
mm-hmm.
I'm like, why did this guy change his flow? But my thing with artistry is this: sometimes we gotta shut ourselves off from the world. We gotta turn the radio off. We gotta turn the internet off. We gotta turn the TV off, and we gotta get in that mindset of writing real music, things that's relatable and that people can um communicate with, as far as like artistry. You
Yeah,
understand? It's
yeah,
just like I was saying earlier on before we started that when you make music, it when you're under pressure, not the pressure of like you have to put out the album, but like when you're in desperation, you're
mm-hmm.
right, where it's coming from your soul. You
Yeah,
understand? It's just like when you're busy, they go in the studio, I wanna just kick it, and
yeah,
then the music come out and you be like, yo, that shit is fucking fire.
mm-hmm.
You understand? That's what me think artists need to do. Them just need to just turn off the internet for a little bit. Stop following what's going on and get back to your craft. The What made you that artist that you are today. Because people just want to transcend with time, but you could still make the same music that you make, but just with a little different a different touch to it, but not so much. Because
Mm-hmm.
people like dancehall. White people love dancehall. They
Yeah, yeah,
probably love it more than black people.
yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man.
You
I think,
understand?
you know,
White people love, especially European people, they love dancehall. You
yeah,
understand? So when people be switching up and they be making this the music and that the music, and they put these different titles on dancehall, I'm like, that's not dancehall. I mean, can't support that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah,
might be hot right now, but it now gonna have that same kind of effect. You remember this rhythm Roach did drop, because I think Roach was like the greatest when it came towards the one drop rhythm them. To me, the couple producer that I can remember off and right now is Roach and Dave Kelly. Them
Mm,
man there, and there's a few more that I can't rap offhand right now. But Roach drop one song called Drop Leaf, and everybody have one hit on it. You
mhm,
could be the wackest nigga in the world if your voice on that that rhythm, Bounty Killer. My eyes can see more clear. As
mhm,
long everybody have a hit off of that. Like if you put on that right there, so and you
mhm.
skip go to the next one, it's like an album. When you put a compilation together, you just
Yeah,
press play and you don't have to skip no song.
true,
People are
true.
not make people are not making music like that. Them just going in studio. Them is same thing killer talk about cause when him talking, I be tuning in. Him go on different platform to talk about things. And when him talk, he must say him not like when we read him no bass night and them thing like that. Them he need bass. Him and
Mhm,
Sarani was actually talking.
mhm,
And he
mhm.
must say him when that sick that make the anger management and the beat a doom 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 doom. That's what him like. Him like the beat. You understand? But you need drums because drums come from we know about drums from Africa.
Mhm.
You understand? And that's how we know we think.
Yeah, man.
So the producers them need to take more time for for make their music more authentic instead of rushing it out just to be ahead of it. TJ make good rhythm too.
Yeah.
You understand? Just like Payday, no rush out theme thing. Then when you listen to Payday thing, you can't have, like when you have surround, you want to know good music, put it in a surround sound, and you hear
Yeah,
every
yeah,
different
yeah.
instrument or chord that struck in that rhythm. Some of the music, yeah, if you're supposed to separate some of the elements in from it, it don't have much to it. You don't have much to it. So the producer them need to take time out to perfect them craft and
Mhm.
then put all in the rhythm get together and make artists get back to them roots and stop with this American music and Jamaican rhythm and the rap thing too. We can't deal with that. We can't deal with the rap thing. The rap when man I rap over the dancehall beat them, me can't deal with that. More here dancehall. What artist would you consider yourself as a dancehall or a reggae artist or dancehall slash reggae? What genre of music you make?
Yeah, yeah. Well, most definitely, I am a hardcore dancehall slash reggae artist. So my main focus is like the depths of like poverty, growing up, the Riverton, all our struggling stories. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here to tell. And also, reggae is the backbone of Jamaica and us as a people. So, in order to reach the mass, we want your message to reach as far as possible. So dancehall is the arena where I'm young and I'm a DJ, hardcore DJ with
Right,
melody. But
right.
that's what I am, hardcore dancehall artist. And I do reggae music as well, so I'm a slash reggae artist. Yeah.
All right. So and I take it you say you have three singles out. What's the name of them?
Okay, right now we have Advance Beat Her, right? Slash Treat
Right.
Her. And we have released a new music video yesterday. It's called Advance Ay Ay Ay. And then we have Advance My Girl. So these three singles is out. Oh, it's four. And I have Journey with myself and Russ T. Fraser. And that song is called Journey. You should check that one out too. It's very positive.
We'll do. Just send. I'm gonna just send it to me where we communicated before.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, why is it Jamaican artists don't do more collabs and remixes and stuff like that? I noticed like the artists them then just basically carry themselves. You guys don't do like collabs, remixes and stuff like that.
Yeah. A lot of change because I think they're saying every 10, 15 years, it's like a decade. So, it's a new generation. So I totally get what you're saying because if you notice, back in the same 90s, we had more of like a group thing going on where you had the Monster Shack crew, you have Scare Them crew, you have TOK crew. You don't really have that anymore in the dancehall circle. You really have any crew coming out like in pairs, like four people as a band anymore in the music. Everyone is coming out individually and everyone is doing their own type of music. So, it's the age of streaming, they say, this generation, as my friend would say, gingeration. But,
Yeah.
but um, I really I think like this, I'm really grateful for the pioneers. I'm really grateful for persons like my uncle Bounty Killer, still around, living legend, and
Yeah.
all the legends in the music, because there's so much that we can learn from them. You understand? And you still have the Stevie, the Clevie, you still have like Don Corleone, you still have the genius McGregor. He's doing.
Yes. I haven't heard from him in a minute. Yes, Dan Carlio. I know Dan Carlio, and he make good rhythm.
You have like you have Birch Hill Records, which is one of my favorites. It's Shaggy's producer.
Right.
Um, there's so many great producers that's still there. Maybe not so much on the scene right now because they have taken a step back and have the youths running it. But
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for the foundations that they have laid, because that's the school that I'm from, where I've seen how they structure. Like I worked at Big Yard Studio.
Yeah, me know about them too. Them good.
Yeah.
I tell you suffice for them a lot.
You have Shane Brown, very good producer and manager as well. So, and you have Factor, you have Dre.
Yeah, me know about Factor Andre too. Russian to me know about.
Yeah, so you have so many good producers still that's there doing it. They may not be up front in the cameras because they were never like those kind of people to begin with. You understand? But I saw how they actually helped the genre to become a more household powerful genre. For example, Renaissance Camp. That's like Sean Paul is their main artist. And then you have Delano with the one eye patch. Then you
Me
have
know
Factor.
the
You have
me know the
Factor.
Lana Factor, yeah.
Yeah, and I see how they actually lift like the genre and let it merge across to Florida to Miami. When they started to do like their mixtapes, for example. I remember when Renaissance mixtapes was running the streets, and then they had like Sean
Yeah.
Paul doing cover songs and a lot of rhythms to just break their artists on the international scene. So kudos goes out to these great producers because they have helped, they have brought things to the genre. You
So
understand? They have helped to lift the
it's-
genre where it is.
speaking of Sean Paul, I think to me, from what I've witnessed, I think his breakout song for me was Deport Them.
Yeah.
Yeah. From that gonna up to date with deport them. Can't see what they deport them. If I never go in, I'm gonna deport them, but if it'll be cute. I think that was his breakout when he in there.
Yeah, that, that
And
that was his first offshore international
yeah,
where get busy.
yeah. Right. May I have something to ask you before me wrap this up. So me see, well, this already passed already. Me see dancehall I do dubs for politician. I see Killer and Vibes Cartel that talk about that. And me know say politician them they always a throw dancehall on the bus and I say blah 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 blah. This is that and the third. How you feel about artists doing dubs for politician?
All right, here we go on. For me personally, for Advance personally, I look at it from the standpoint of view of what Bounty Killer and Vibes Cartel are really saying. I can't look at it with ignorance and say, me a burn them artists that would do dub for politician. No, that's not what they're saying in my eyes. They're just this is why the pioneers and the legends are so important
Right.
to the music, because they're highlighting to us how many years and not just years, even today. Not just one day them a lock off every dance. Before Corona come lock off the dance, them a lock off every dance.
Hello, hello, hello,
Understand?
hello.
They're highlighting that they're just saying, watch the hypocrisy. No una fight the culture because they know that this is something that help ghetto people, kids to become star and help their families. So
Right.
they're highlighting these things to the public to let them understand, like, look, they're not saying that they're not allowed or they can't be a part of dancehall. He's just saying if you're going to be a part of dancehall, do it the correct way. Do the public way where you can come and say, you know what, we're gonna. How come we don't have a music house in Jamaica as yet?
Mm, good question.
So these are the things that Bounty Killer and Vibes Cartel is highlighting to the people. So now people are take it wrong and I take it say, yo, but so what do you them do them get pay feet?
Well, Vegas I say eat on no food. Vegas
Yeah,
say eat on no food.
yo, gay gas full of beer gas, man. If you go, man, that's too much, man.
Vegas say eat on no food. Yeah.
You got to go sit down, man. You see me on top.
Yo.
Man,
Vegas I say that's how Vegas I say. But you know who first foreshadowed this promoting I think to me from what I was when I was look because I like to observe and then I give my analysis after that. I think Andrew Holness was the when I said they never that play music, but
yeah.
he was playing the artist dancehall artist at the time.
Mm.
Vibes Cartel him that play Unstoppable Runaway Train. I mean
I
I
mean,
say
that
I
boat
say
now.
yeah, I say like it look like he must get one NPR and I say, yo, what artist right now? A man say, yo, can't tell him say put on a tune. Yo, you know what this means? It's just like when President Obama they play DJ Khaled. All I do is win, win, win. But Obama never throw that rap under the bus. As a matter of fact, him have Kendrick Lamar as his favorite artist, and him
Yeah,
have Pop Camp on him playlist too. But
I'm
him never played the hypocrisy role. But
seeing that.
Andrew Holness was the first prime minister. Me say foreshadow this.
Mhm.
And then me see everybody a buy up dub. Me say blood not dancehall gone for dub now. And that me I see real
Yeah,
circus thing.
yeah, sure. I mean, for them to be partaking within dancehall in their politics, which dancehall was always there because it's a part of our culture as a people. So even when they go on their motorcades, what music is being played? It's the same dancehall. So dancehall has always been there, to be honest. But I believe the main point that Vibes Cartel and Bounty Killer was trying to highlight to these. I don't know, man. Some people are sleeping. You know what I mean? It was trying
Then
to
I walk, yes, them yeah lack.
come
Them I
up, yeah,
walk.
up to the movements of what's going on to show them like these are the same people that has been fighting poor people's bread, and they're not saying not to they're not allowed to use dancehall or be a part of it because the politicians they're Jamaicans as well. You understand?
Right.
But they're just saying that maybe it's about time that you guys actually pay dancehall, give dancehall the respect that it deserves. You know,
As
so
they should.
yeah.
As they should.
So I agree with Bounty and Vibes Cartel on that statement because anything that has to do with preserving the culture and representing the country in the best manner, it has my full support 100%. You know what I mean?
No doubt. No doubt. All right. Before we wrap this up, is there any message you would like to send off to everybody that's gonna listen to this conversation that you had on the Emancipate show? I didn't even put that out. Uh thanks for everybody that tuned into the Emancipate show. I'm your host, Kel, and thank you advance for tuning in and giving this wonderful interview and let me know about your all your accolades that you did because I want to give you your flowers while you're alive that you're a great artist
Thank
because
you.
if me never rate you, won't reach out, but may I have to tell you, may I have to give you props. You get it popping. But what would you like to send off as a message to everybody here abroad, and anybody that's gonna come across this?
Well, I just want to say it's an honor to be on the Emancipation Show, and thank you, Kel, for having me on your podcast. And as I'm saying, my name is Advance Future, reggae and dancehall music. So currently, you can locate me on Instagram, Advance underscore music. You can locate me on Facebook, Advance underscore music. And you can also locate my manager on Instagram, Ilvis 2.0, and on Facebook, Ilva Teresa Cardcore. So, yeah, man, a lot of great things in store, and you don't know, Success Record label, Team Joy Production. We're here putting in the work right now, creating good vibes, good music. And, I believe in music with substance and quality and
That's
message.
right.
That's what you all can expect from Advance. It's just love, positivity, and we also are in collaboration with my uncle. He has a Bounty Foundation. So me and my wife, we're gonna have like a Team Joy Foundation that we're gonna help small kids and like elderly people all across the world, not only Jamaica. So we're gonna put like our music and our talent to good use. So that's our purpose. We want to help others, in this world today that we live in. So much respect again, Kels.
No
Invite
doubt, no doubt. Boss a tune for me before you go. Put the emancipating knife me. No more.
Meet this girl, Lily Lily, from Philly Lily. Me no a cock, but she love my Willy Lily. Me no party, but she love how me killy Lily.
Lily.
All night, me pour Jilly Lily, slap her silly Lily, we on the grilly Lily. Girls five from Canada, two chilly Lily. Just see me spilly Lily, me no give it till Lily. When girls Philly Lily, them start. So me spread them legs wide, like it's a Billy Lily. Grip them hips, and a fold Billy Lily. If them well dry, me a refill Lily. Cock up Jilly Lily, Beverly Illy Lily. Girls, hook them hard till it swell using water, pull up them well, him a mel, and I'm lost spell of them, open them legs like a advance, put them hard till it swell use me water, full up them well, my am mel, and I'm love, after me open her legs like a, me meet this girl, and yeah, I push it in, she said, make it turn in ya, a minute man, she want me, girl hang in ya, she know the nigga top this stamina, me left that stretch out like a marina, she no enter me arena, Axania, her friend Tania, Kia, Tian, Maria, who me so girl with my she like a warrior, in case
No, no.
properly.
Mad. Just me.
It's
Good
a
looking, my nigga.
one, you know what I mean? And
What's the name of that song?
we got chat again, man. Trust man, cause we just
No
stay
doubt, no doubt.
we just stay at
You
the
have anything, just forward it over and I'll put it up. All right.
most definitely. Respect, man.
Thanks for coming to Emancipate Show. I'm your host, Kel. Mad,
Advance. Properly.
mad.
Yeah, man.